Imagine this. You wake up one morning, stumble into the kitchen, and there she is, your mom, except she's not mom anymore. She's your sister. Yeah, your sister. Same woman, same face that nagged you about eating vegetables and wearing a helmet, but now she's texting you with LOL and asking if she can borrow your hoodie. What just happened to the universe? Welcome to the wild ride of what if your mothers were your sisters? A world where biology, family dynamics, and the laws of time itself get turned upside down like a soap opera written by a time-traveling raccoon. Let's dive in. So, first things first, how does that even work? For your mom to be your sister, we're basically throwing a big ol' wrench into the machinery of time. It means your mom was born around the same time you were. Maybe even after you. Picture being the older sibling to the person who gave birth to you. Suddenly, your family tree looks more like a tangled pair of headphones that sat in your pocket too long. And then there's your grandma, who'd now technically be your mom's mom and her sister's mom, which means she gave birth to both of her daughters, but they're a generation apart, but also not? Head spinning yet? Good. That's the sweet spot. Let's talk childhood. Without the maternal authority figure looming over your every decision, your life's gonna look very different. No more because I said so. Or as long as you're under my roof. Instead, it's more like, wanna sneak out to that party tonight? Because your mom, now your sister, is sneaking out with you. Bedtimes? Gone. Balanced dinners? Forget it. You're eating marshmallows and frozen pizza, while she gives you dating advice like she didn't once ground you for texting past 10 p.m. Discipline in this world is chaotic at best. And who's going to teach you how to drive if your mom is still figuring out how to parallel park? Now imagine school pickup time. People see you getting into the car with a girl who looks your age. Teachers are confused. Is that your sister? Kinda. So who's the guardian? Grandma. And when parent-teacher conferences roll around, your grandma's back in the hot seat because your mom is still worried about finishing her own homework. Family responsibilities start to fall up the generational ladder. Grandparents are suddenly the main caregivers, which could lead to a whole cultural shift where society leans heavily on the older generations again. Nursing homes? Nah. They're full of toddlers now. Think about holidays. No more classic moms in the kitchen cooking a turkey while yelling about you not helping. Instead, you and your sister mom are burning the pie together, giggling at TikToks while your grandma's in the background muttering about how everything's gone to chaos. Family roles become fluid. Instead of wisdom coming from your parents, it's coming from way up the chain or from Google. You start turning to YouTube for life advice instead of your mom because, well, she's still figuring it out too. Romantically, this changes the game in hilariously weird ways. Imagine introducing someone to your family. Hey, this is my mom. Sister. She's kinda both. Don't worry, we'll explain later. Imagine the sitcom-worthy awkwardness at every wedding, reunion, and family photo shoot. And legally? Yikes. Inheritance laws, custody rights, tax forms, all tangled up like a reality show written by Kafka. Governments would have to create new terms like sister moms or maternal peers. Courtrooms would need flowcharts. Therapists would make bank. But let's zoom out. With younger mothers, sisters, society would start to see a cultural shift in how we view parenting. Instead of experienced adults raising children, we'd have people growing up alongside their kids, learning on the fly. It could make families closer, more empathetic. Or it could make things messier than a toddler with a Sharpie. Technology might step in to help. AI nannies, parental advisor apps, maybe even robotic grandmas that never forget a dentist appointment. Schools would evolve too, offering classes not just for kids but for their sibling parents. How to raise your brother while failing Math 101. And what about wisdom? The traditional model of knowledge being passed down would fracture. Instead of learning life lessons from a mom who's been through it all, you're both experiencing first heartbreak, first jobs, and existential crises together. There's something oddly beautiful about that. Parenting would stop being a top-down process and start being a shared journey. Less I'm in charge, more let's figure this out together. Kinda like the buddy cop version of motherhood. Of course, not everything would be chaos. Some sibling moms would absolutely nail it. They'd be cool, compassionate, and maybe a little wild but deeply devoted. We might even see a generation of kids who are more emotionally in tune because they're raised in closer peer relationships. Or maybe we'd all just be slightly more traumatized, but at least with good stories to tell. So what if your mothers were your sisters? Well, the world would be a lot messier, a lot weirder, and maybe, just maybe, a little more understanding. We'd lose some structure, but we'd gain a new kind of closeness. Maybe not the kind that keeps the kitchen clean or gets you to school on time, but the kind that sits beside you when the world's too heavy and says, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing either, but I'm here. And hey, isn't that what family's really about? Now it's your turn. What do you think life would be like if your mom was your sister? Total disaster? Greatest friendship ever? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get weird with it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because here at What If Factory, reality is just the launch pad.